Okay, so last week we covered how you do something is how you do everything. How you do something meaning anything you're doing, everything you're doing. From what time do you wake up in the morning? What do you do when you get up? How are you doing it? With what energy? Are you all in? You begin your business, you do your follow-up calls, you prospect, you send out postcards, what your postcard looks like, how professional you look on social media, what kind of posts are you making and doing. Like everything you do is a reflection. So today I want to maybe give you a little bit more information about what I mean when I talk about writing your goals and then making statements. So obviously at the top is always your income goal. My income goal is 100,000. Great. How many deals do you need? Well, I would need to make 15 transactions. Okay, good. What else? Because that's really not a business plan. A business plan needs to have a lot more detail. Like you need to write down exactly what you're going to be doing. How you're going to achieve your 15 deals needs to be literally explained in detail. So yeah, I understand at the beginning stage, you know, if you never did this before, this is the first time you're doing it, it's a little bit more complicated understanding how it's done. So I want to get more in the detail and I need you guys to ask questions because if something is not really clear, I want to know it's not clear. So I want to take Keishel's email and dissect, if that's okay with you, Keishel.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So you wrote down homework was to write your goals 2022 based on 75 many deals. How many of these deals will come from listings? How many of them will come from past clients, center of influence? That was the week before. This past week, we gave homework to write all the documents, all the commitments, excuse me, that you're willing to make with integrity, meaning no matter what, it's what you're going to be doing. And send me that list of commitments. Once I see it, I'll tell you if you can accomplish your goals for 2022 or you need to readjust. So that was the homework. I did not get anybody's reply except Keishel and Raziel, actually, but I'm going to go over now and show you, just to go explain to you what I'm talking about when I say commitment. So, okay, let's start from the top. Your income goal 2022 is 100,000 based on 7,500. You need to do 15 deals. How many of these deals will come from listings? 12. How many will come from past clients? 10% estimate. Obviously, when you're a brand new licensee, you don't have a lot of past customers and past clients. So, you know, it's a little bit more challenging. Now I want to go down to the commitments. So I will wake up every morning at 5 a.m. Okay, what time did you get up this morning?
At 6.
So this was when you wrote it, you're starting like tomorrow? Like what's going on?
Yeah, I wrote that today.
Okay. So which means beginning tomorrow, you 5 a.m. you need to be up, correct?
Yes.
Who's holding you accountable?
My partner.
Okay. And how are they going to do that?
Make sure I wake up if I'm not awake at 5.
All right. Number 2 is I will call people every day. That's
I should have added 50. I don't think I added 50 people.
You wrote down at number 2, I will call people every day. So you got to put a number on it.
Yeah, I meant to write 50.
So your commitment is I'm going to call 50 people every day or 15?
50.
You will contact 50 people every day.
Yes, we'll call. I don't know if they'll all answer, but I'll call 50 people.
Okay, so calling is really not something that we need to measure. I mean, you need to measure it because you want to know how many dials you make in order to make some contacts and then see if it can be improved. The only reason to measure something is because you want to improve it. So you're not going to be able to improve it unless you measure it.
Mhm.
So you can measure how many dials you have before you get someone to pick up. But it doesn't mean anything to your business if you say, I'm going to call 50. You need to say, I'm going to contact X and then make a commitment. How many contacts you're going to be making every day?
Okay, so 10 is what I've been seeing, 10 contacts.
So you're going to be contacting, and we're talking what, 6 days a week?
Yes.
Do you see that we have more details right now? It doesn't, it's not going to look like I will call people every day. It's going to look like I'm going to call I'm going to contact a minimum of 10 people every day, 6 days a week, meaning 60 contacts per week. Now it's more measurable, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So 60 contacts per week, 10 per day is not going to give you 12 listings a year. I just want you to know that. And you don't have any business coming in from past clients and referrals. You wrote down 10%, which means about a deal. And that's not enough. So what else are you doing in order to get that done?
Sending postcards twice a month.
Are you?
Yes, I will be.
You will be.
This month so far, I am.
Okay. I don't see you.
Yeah, I can't really put my camera on right now.
Okay. Now, I just want to say to everyone, just this is like a quick between me and you guys in the group. The coaching session is starting at 9. I appreciate you make it, but how you do something is how you do everything. And if you're late to your coaching session, you're also going to be late to listing appointments. It's just a fact. So you got to start looking at it. I'm not complaining. You should be the one complaining. You should just hold yourself accountable. How you do something is how you do everything. How you do something is how you do everything. Everything. If you are late to a meeting with a friend, you will be late to a meeting with the seller. No, Ryan, the seller is more important to me. Okay, I understand. So what are you going to do? You're going to arrive an hour earlier? And what if you're going to start booking listing appointments every day? How you do something is how you do everything. You got to change how you do something in order to do everything. So when we show up here, I'm going to open up at 8:50 every week. 8:50, the coaching session is open. Meet and greet. You want to ask me questions outside of the coaching call? You want to get whatever. I'm going to be here at 8:50. At 9 o'clock, everyone should be on, obviously on camera, dressed professionally like you have a business meeting, because it is a business meeting, and respecting each other in the group. So this is something that I think we should all obviously do. Just as a side note, I'm doing it because since we started the meeting, I saw like 4 or 5 of you joined after the time. I'm sure you have your own reasons, but again, how you do something is how you do everything. And my job is to hold you accountable to be the best you can. And sometimes I see the distance between where you are and where you should be with the potential that you have is so far that you are swimming in an ocean. So, okay, so I'm going back here. Commitment. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. every day, and my accountability partner will hold me accountable. Do so. Number 2, I will call 10 people. I will contact minimum 10 people every day, 6 days a week. Okay, I'm going to do postcards. First of all, when you say to yourself, these are guys, commitments have to be very specific. Otherwise, you don't even know if you're accomplishing your own commitments. If you have integrity. Integrity is our goal for 2022. This is what the company is going to be all about. Integrity. And I'm going to hold every single person in the company accountable to have integrity, all, with no exceptions. And if you think that you saw me, holding you accountable, you haven't seen anything yet. I want everybody to have integrity in the company. You say something, you do it. And how you do something is how you do everything. So we need to kick it up a notch. Now, when you say I'm going to send out postcards, because look, I want everybody to understand, she needs to accomplish 15 deals in 2022. 15 deals, 10 contacts a day. It's not matching. It needs to be 15 deals, 15 contacts per day, minimum. And by the way, this is not the average for everyone. It's just an average of the majority of agents out there. This is just an average that was taken out from a study. It doesn't mean that it's what's going to be. It's just a minimum average, meaning if your skills on the phone are outstanding and every single person answer, you can literally get them to meet with you if they're thinking about selling. And you can book appointments with frisbos and expireds, and you know the language and you know how to handle a phone call. 15 will be the average. So in other words, I want to accomplish 15 deals this year. I got to make 15 contacts every day. If I do 10, it's okay, but I need to accomplish the other 5 somehow. So the question is, how are you going to accomplish the other ones? So immediately, Keishel was saying that she will do postcards. All right, so twice a month postcards. My question is, how many postcards are you going to be sending out?
So I'll just update my contacts, and then for postcards right now, I have about 200 people, but obviously that will increase the more calls I make. I just keep adding people to that list.
It's a little bit backwards. Okay, so how many people do you have on your list right now?
200.
And who are these people?
People I know. From the calls I make, I add people every time I get a contact or a lead. And I've been doing that since I started cold calling.
So on your phone, in your phone book, you have less than 200 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're adding more people as you're calling them and you build relationships.
Yeah.
And when did you start prospecting?
Earlier this year, maybe like in April, maybe.
Okay.
Or May.
And how many contacts are you making per week on average?
Well, I haven't been consistent, but when I was cold calling like every single day, contacts probably about, I don't know, 50 to 80.
Give me a ballpark between, like, since you started calling until now, how many people did you add to the list?
About 100 people.
So you added about 100 people. So from the phone book, originally, you only had about 100 people.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So if you want to go to 15, it's not going to happen as you think it's happening right now. Like with what we spoke about so far, it's not happening. Unless you change some of those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that needs to happen, you wrote down, I will list 1 home per month, I will help 1 buyer per quarter, and I will send 2 postcards per month. So you got to say, okay, how many postcards do you have on your list? And then you need to take all that generalization and put it like in detail. Build a plan, something that you just need to follow, almost like you want to give someone else a list of stuff. And if they follow the list you're giving them, you will accomplish 15 deals. That's how detail oriented it has to be.
Okay.
It cannot be generalized. It needs to be very specific. So I'm going to go just round table right now real quickly. And I want to know guys, this is the most important thing in our business. There's really nothing else that I need to talk about that could be more important than having a database of your sphere of influence, your past clients, and everyone you know. There is nothing else that is more important than that. So I'm going to ask, how many people do you have on your list right now? If you don't have a list, because you don't have it, when I say having a list, I'm not talking about having a phone, a cell phone and having contacts inside. I'm talking about you downloaded it to a CSV file, you upload into a spreadsheet, or you upload into a CRM, which is really the ideal thing to do here. If you didn't do those, to just say, I have it in my phone. Okay, and then I want to know how many do you have. So everyone take your phone. I know on an iPhone, I know how to do it. I don't know how to do it on an Android or whichever other phones you have. But if you go to your contacts and you scroll, you see ABC all the way on the right side, all the way at the bottom. If you go all the way to the end of that, like to the end of your phone book, it will tell you how many contacts you have in your phone. Like mine says 1,830. That's how many contacts I have inside my cell phone. So here is the question I'm going to go and ask each and every one of you. Okay, see Teresa's question, is RBO suitable CRM? No, it's very basic. And if you want something that's going to make you money, RBO is not it. But I will explain to you what's happening, because some stuff is happening behind the scene. I'm trying to bring on board the company that is by far the best company in America. It's the best. It's not just a CRM. It's a lot of other things built in. And I'm trying to talk to this company for months already to try to find a way to bring it to Circle100. So we'll talk more about that. All right. So question like this. Do you have a database? You say yes if it's on a spreadsheet or a CRM. If you don't, it's on your phone. You say, no, I don't. And then you tell me how many contacts you have in your phone. Starting with Will.
Wilfredo or William?
William.
Okay. Good morning. It's in a database. I use LibreOffice as base. It's a template that is made for CRM function. In my database, there are 698 people. In my phone, there is 395.
And your phone is already on the list.
Yes.
So you have 698.
Yes.
On a database. All right. Good. Selena?
On my phone, I have 797 contacts. On my database, I'm trying to access it now, but I know I have close to 500. And it's on a spreadsheet.
Okay. But in your phone, you said you have more.
Yes. 797.
And what is the difference? Like these extra 300 people, why they're not on your list?
I think I just put people on the spreadsheet that were, I don't know, that I thought it could be a buyer or a seller. So I just have to complete it.
Okay, good. I'm happy that you said it, because I want to open up to expand a little bit how we're thinking. When you are building a database, you're not looking for buyers and sellers.
Right.
I really need you guys to understand that. When you build a database, you're not looking for buyers and sellers. You're looking for people that are obviously, or say preferably, 21 years old or older. And that's all you need. That's, that they're alive, obviously. And you want to get their phone number and email address, and you want to start developing the right side of the spreadsheet that I call, like, okay, I got the name, I got the phone number, I got their email address, I have their address, mailing address. Do they own it or rent it? I want to know that as well. Am I connected with them on Facebook? Check mark. Okay, great. Am I connected with them on Instagram? Are we connected on LinkedIn? All that stuff. When was the last time I called them? When was the last time I sent them a postcard? When was the last time? When was like you need to start opening all the way to the right side of the spreadsheet and have as many details as possible on each person in the list. You're not looking for people, for buyers and sellers. You're looking for fans because you need to develop fans, people who are your fans. In other words, you know, you want to get more leads. You need to do some activities and your fans will bring this business to you. Each person on your list has the potential to give you between 200 people and 500 people. That's the average of each person on your list can open you up to another 200 people. The potential is insane. And those, like if you want to work in an intelligent way, then you need to start recognizing the power of this database. The database is all you need. Now, if you have very little contacts, which we'll talk about, it's not a very position to be in as a realtor. Okay, I'm telling you right now. So, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. So Selena said 700 and some people on the phone and about 5. I want like real numbers. So how many people on your database?
Can I give you that in a minute?
You have it in a CRM or on a spread?
On a spreadsheet.
Scroll to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to find it because it's on my other email.
Okay, so yes, get back to me. Next person is Keishel. Do you have a database? You said you have 200 people. Is it on the phone? Is it on a spreadsheet? Where is it?
It's on a spreadsheet.
Okay, and that's 200 even?
Yeah.
200 people even?
Yeah.
Am I on the list?
No.
Put me on the list so you can have 201.
Okay.
Listen to me. Every person you know, every single person in the entire world who knows you, or you know them, or you know of them, or they know of you. They don't need to know you. They need to know of you. They need to know that you exist. Oh yeah, I remember her from, oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Every person like that should be on your database. Now, did you ever download your partner's phone book into your database?
No.
Okay. Do you know how many contacts they have on their cell phone?
No, but I can ask.
Okay. And do you think that it will be beneficial for you to have those in your database?
Yes.
If say Selena introduced me to you. Okay. I didn't know you before. I spoke to Selena. She gave me a phone number. I'm calling you. Hi, Keishel. My name is Ron Biederman. I'm from Circle100 Real Estate Brokerage. How are you?
Good.
Okay, good. I just want to let you know I got your number from Selena. Okay, she recommended you as a good friend. Are you guys friends?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, good. So she, recommended me because of now I can get into the details and go on a script and start. But I'm introducing myself to you because she gave me your number. Now, obviously, if you guys are friends and Selena is my partner, life partner, it's so easy for me to make these phone calls. So you take their phone book and you're contacting these people. And you just doubled, like literally you can go from 200 to 500. Now you got 500 people. All you got to do is just get in front of them, tell them who you are. Oh, I'm such and such partner. That's it. That's all you need to do because they know them. If someone knows my wife, I can call them and say, hi, this is Ron Biederman. I'm Sylvia's husband. Sylvia who? Sylvia Platesi's husband. Oh. And then we break the ice and we go from there. But from this moment, they're going to see me on social media. They're going to get text when I'm sending text to my database. They will get postcards. Like everything that I do in my business will go to them as well, to all of these people. I'm not looking for buyers now. I'm also not looking for sellers now. I'm looking for people who will be my advocates. I'm looking for ambassadors, for fans, people that will talk about me when someone is asking them, hey, do you know realtor? You know what? Someone just called me yesterday. It was the husband of or the wife of or whatever. Now other people are talking about you and providing your information. And by the way, people love to make recommendations. Like this is something that we do naturally as human beings. So I suggest that you will quadruple. Like if you guys don't have at least 500 people on your list, it's a problem. As a real estate agent, it is not an ideal situation. And it really needs to become like your top priority. Now, there is a solution, which is a cold business solution, not gonna feel as good and definitely not as easy to develop. Okay, who's raising a hand? Is it Schumann? Yes,
That's
Schumann.
me.
Oh, yeah, you are muted.
That was me.
That was you, Selena?
Yeah, I only have 260 people. I thought I had a lot more.
On your database?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So I put like buyer lead, seller lead. I just put there whoever like leads. I didn't put anybody else.
Listen to me. Take the freaking phone book, download as a CSV file, and upload into your spreadsheet immediately. And you can open a new page. Open a new page on your spread because you're gonna have duplications there. So open it up and just download it. I want you to have it. If they're all right, but half of the people on my list are realtors. I don't care. Even they should know about you. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. You have 260 people and well, this year you're going to be doing more than 30 transactions. So you're doing something right, and you're not doing any cold calling, and you're not going after any fiscals and expireds.
No.
You're working the fans that you have. You have some fans there and they're giving you business. And it's enough. Look, if you have 10 people that really trust you and appreciate you, and if each of them will give you 3 referrals a year, that's 30 deals a year. All you need is 10 people on that list that will promote you. But to get to 10, you need to have 500. Eventually we'll get to 50. If you can have 50 people that each will give you a deal a year, you just did 50 transactions without lifting a finger. That's without prospecting, it's without doing anything. It's just 50 people who gave you each one.
Yeah.
Why do you think people give someone a referral?
Because they like that person. They had a good experience with that person.
And
I don't know. They like that person. Did they see that person often?
do they trust that person?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what should you be doing with the database? You should make people.
My fans.
Okay. And how can you make people your fans? By never calling them and never sending postcards to them and never texting them and never showing up on social media.
No, I do. I do show up on social media.
Right.
But I don't show myself enough to, I only show myself to little people. Because I don't do cold calling, I don't do postcards, I don't do any of that stuff. The only thing I do is with some little people, which is my past clients. Well, in 7 years, I have a few. And some people of my sphere, but I really have to step up my game.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm just in shock of how many people I have on my database, and I'm not doing anything with it. And then there's so many other people that I know, and they're not here.
Exactly. And you can just imagine what would happen if you come across with the people that, look, the fans that you created, what did you do to create it? Just, you don't need to answer. Whatever you did to create the fans, now you have 3 times more people to go into and talk to and do what needs to be done in order to bring out a couple of more 10 more, 20, 30 more fans. By the way, not everybody in your database need to be a fan. They could be a fan, and then you actually have a buyer on the list as well. You have a seller on your list. You have multiple sellers on your list. You have multiple buyers on your list. And hopefully most of them will turn into fans. And now you already have some fans. So the more fans you need to take that 500 group of 500 people, start doing business with some of them. Find the buyers, find the sellers. How do you find them? You call them, you do everything else we're talking about all the time. Okay, with these people that know you already. It's so easy to reach someone you know and let them know what you're doing, and then show them that you actually know what you're doing. Not just, oh, I'm a realtor, I got my license, and that's it. You got to show them what you're doing. They need to see you all the time, constantly.
Yes.
Okay, because I get excited right into it. So let's continue this work. Teresa, how many people do you have on your list?
I have people in my phone in RBO, but my phone has 548 contacts.
Okay, and RBO?
I think it only has like 63 people in it, because they're only people I've done I have had as leads and
Right.
done deals.
548 is the power. This is where you have your power right there. And by the way, you probably have on social media a lot of people that are not on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take, by the way, you got to go into your, when you build this data, guys, take this database so seriously. Like there is nothing else in the business that is more important than your database.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your social media,
Mm.
and every single person you don't have in your database, you're going to add their name. Like, okay, I know this guy from Facebook, but I never met with him. I don't know his phone number. I don't know his email address. I don't know anything. I understand. Go to Facebook, click on About, and you will find more than half of these people, they have their email address and phone number on their profile. If you guys are friends, you should see it. Then you're putting it immediately on your database, and immediately you start calling them, texting them, sending them, you include them in everything else you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And obviously from 548, you can easily go to 600, 700, 800, maybe 1,000 people. 1,000 people on your list is very powerful. That's where magic begins, at 1,000. At 1,000, you will do at least 50 transactions a year if you just follow my guidance and you don't do anything else. Even if you do half of what I tell you to do, with 1,000 people, you will do more than 50 transactions a year. All right. So, okay, Raziel, how many people do you have, and where is it?
Okay. On my phone book, I have 117, and then on my spreadsheet, I have 226.
Okay, so 117 on the phone, and then spreadsheet is 226.
Yep.
And these are, how did you get the extra 119 people?
Off of social media.
Okay, so these are social media connections?
Yep.
All right. Did you download it, or did you just do it like one by one?
I did it one by one.
Okay, do you have
from
a LinkedIn
the
account?
social media. Sorry?
You have a LinkedIn?
I do.
Everybody on the call has LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, if you're not connected with me on Facebook, connect with me. And if you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, connect with me. Okay, it's good for you to have more contacts on your LinkedIn. The more contacts on your LinkedIn, the better it is. Now, your LinkedIn, by the way, you can literally download as a file, and it comes already with phone numbers and email addresses. And you can just import all that stuff right in. Look, I have more than 17,000 connections that are all real estate agents or brokers.
Excuse me,
But
Ron.
it doesn't matter who they are, because I can take those that are in my state. Okay, say tomorrow I move to Colorado. Okay, I bought a house in Colorado, I moved there, I get my license over there, I want to start building my business. The first thing I'm going to do Go to LinkedIn, find all my friends in Colorado, put them right on my list, start contacting, calling them, texting them, sending them postcards, like even their realtors. I have no problem. I want to get more business from these people. And I can do it. William, you have a question?
I was just curious. Thank you. I was just curious which was the CRM software you're chasing and trying to negotiate?
Dude, focus on the subject.
They're all part of the subject to me. But I
Yeah,
was just
don't
curious.
worry. Yeah, we'll talk. KV Core is the name of the company.
Thank you.
If you guys do it individually, it's like $599 a month
Wow.
per agent. But I can get it down like way down if we all make a commitment that we're going to use it.
Thank you.
And it will cost each of you, but it will cost like not even close. All right, so okay, now tell me who else is here. Rose, how many people do you have on your phone and on a spreadsheet or in a spreadsheet?
I don't have a spreadsheet yet. I'm working on it, but I do have 300 on my phone book.
300 even?
Yes,
I don't believe you.
I have 300.
Just 300.
Most of them are
Am I on your book?
coworkers.
Is
Yes.
my name there? Okay, so that's including me. So take me out. So you have 299. So you got 300 people on your phone book. The first thing you got to do is you got to download it as a CSV file and upload it into a spreadsheet so you can look at it. And you got to do it like before 12 p.m. today.
Okay.
Stop delaying stuff. Let's do it now. How you do something is how you do everything. Show the world that you are prompt, that you are professional, that you're on top of everything. Become this. You guys want to, you have a vision, you want to make a certain amount of money by becoming this realtor. Be the realtor now. Okay, you don't want to say, okay, I need to make all these changes. You want to look at yourself as if already the changes are made and then start from there. So 300 spreadsheet, put it on a spreadsheet, and then we'll begin working with it. But 300, I'll go back to the homework in a second. Yamanda, how many people do you have?
Good morning. I have 1,077 people, including, they are all in a spreadsheet, including my phone.
Okay. You're trying to copy your sister, huh?
Why?
Because she also has over 1,000.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, but look at what she's doing with it.
Yeah.
I mean, this year she's been very successful.
Mhm.
And she's not even doing 10% of the things we talked about. Guys, the potential you guys have is like insane. Who else is here? Schumann. Okay, she stepped away. Wilfredo, what you got?
I have on my phone book, I have 1,524 people. I use Top Producer, which I don't use enough, but I have about 230 on there.
Okay. You got 230 on Top Producer CRM, which you're not using.
Yeah.
And then you got 1,524 people on your phone, which we also not using.
Yeah. For the most part, I use some of it.
Guys, you guys are so sleepy. All right, we got Shirley.
Hi, I have 192 in my phone book, and I don't quite have a database. I have like a few on there, like 30.
And what kind of a database are we talking about?
It's on a spreadsheet.
Okay, and these 30 are not included in your phone?
A couple of them are, yeah. But these are
Okay.
all people that I've had conversation with regarding real estate, and they sparked some interest.
So in other words, you took from your phone book the people that you've contacted and had some interest in real estate, and you put them on that list.
Yes.
Okay. When you open up a spreadsheet in, through the Drive on Google Drive, when you do a spreadsheet or any other spreadsheet, at the bottom, you can open up another sheet. You can open multiple sheets at the bottom, right? So
Yep.
you have the main list on one sheet, and then you're going to start moving or copy. You're going to do copy paste because you want to keep the main list the same. But then you can say, okay, potential buyers. You open up one spreadsheet, potential buyers, another spreadsheet, potential sellers, another spreadsheet, past clients, and you want to start dividing the list.
Okay.
Right? And that's all across the board. Everybody needs to do that. But you should always have the same list in front of you. Schumann, how many people do you have on your list?
I need help with my database because I did several mailing, like just sold or just listed. Each one is like 250. So I should have at least 500 to 750, but I'm not using it. And my personal contact on my cell phone, I probably have, I don't know, at least 600 because that's including everybody from Taiwan to, everywhere. Yeah, but I'm in constant contact with those people on Facebook and Line. I have one Line group, several Line group, Line, right? That's a network, very popular for Asian, started by Japanese. But anyway, then I have a Chinese group on WeChat. Every Chinese has a WeChat or 2 accounts. I'm on several groups of that. Yeah. So I don't really call people because I don't like cold calling, with the accent, people don't like it. But so I've been mostly I do prospecting person to person, and I do calendar like that. And calendar is my yearly big event. I do it in September, and then I distribute it in all major Asian restaurants or all the restaurants I eat at or people I know of. So a lot of Asian restaurants has my calendar. I would encourage people, if you eat or entertain in some of the restaurant you love or the owner, put your calendars there, print your calendar. That will help. They give you referrals, and not that everybody eat there will pick up a calendar. They might just trash my calendar in the trash can, but I feel it helps.
So whatever activities you guys are doing right now with the list, and I want you to remember, and I'm talking to everybody right now. So you have a list. Now the question is, what are you doing with the list? How can you turn that list into a bunch of fans that are literally promoting your business to every single person they know? How do you get people to do that? Is the big question. And that's really what needs to start happening. The problem with social media, the problem with different groups, also LinkedIn, Facebook, all social media, the problem is that whatever you're doing, you don't get more than 20, 30, 50 of the people that can actually see what you're doing. Because of the algorithms and all the different things they keep changing on us, because what they want to really do is they want us to pay for advertisements. And when you're posting stuff, the majority of the people who know you and connected with you are not seeing it. So when you think people see it, it's just the same group of people seeing it. All right. Now, one of the things you could do is you could target specific people on Facebook when you advertise, but that's going to cost you money. All right. Now, if you're not calling your leads, your contacts, someone else is calling them. I'm not talking about, like, for example, Schumann is telling us that she has many different contacts from all over the world. That's great. By the way, every one of them should know, for example, you do investment properties or you do commercial. Every one of them should know about every single deal that is in existence in your state and the things you're looking at and what you're getting busy with looking at and doing and seeing and analyzing. All these deals should go right out to every single person on your list, because you will start getting phone calls from people from different countries who say, hey, I saw this deal, how do I put my hands on it? And then you're going to get yourself some investors, and then those investors will become fans, and then you're going to get everyone around them who has money to invest will ask them, how did you find this property in Rhode Island? And they say, well, you got to talk to Schumann, she's the one. And that's how you're going to start getting referrals and developing even more fans. So in every single group, if you know 100 people, if you know 200 people, you should strive to get at least 500 people. If you have a partner, a spouse, someone, you can also go, by the way, to your parents, you can go to your children, you can go to your best friends, and each one of them should give you at least 5, 10, 15, 20. Like I would call my parents and say, hey, I need all your phone book. How many names do you have? You got 1,700? Okay, download a CSV, send it to me. I take that list and I add it to my contact list. Why not? And then the first thing I do immediately is I do 1,700 postcards that are designed to go only to these people, introducing me as my mother's son as a realtor. And now they'll be like, oh, wow, I didn't know that her son is a realtor. Now they know I'm a realtor. That's just the beginning. Now I'm adding them to everything else that I'm doing. Top producers spend a lot of money hiring people. I'm talking top producers who make 7 figures. They spend a lot of money hiring people to give them ideas on how to contact their database, different ideas to send out, different gifts and postcards and newsletters and you name it. During the holidays, birthday, I know a guy in Manhattan that every single one of his contacts, he knows on his database, you can see the names of the children of every contact he has. He knows the name of each child, the birthday, and every time they have a birthday, they're getting something from him, a gift, postcards. That's how you're building fans. You're not going to build fans by sitting at home. Oh, I don't like to call people. I understand you don't like to call them. So what are you replacing calls with? Are you texting them? How often are you texting them? Are you postcarding them? How often do you postcard them? Do they belong to one of your newsletters? What do they see on your newsletters? Like how often do you get in front of these people? How many of the people on your database need to move in the next 6 months? How many of the people on your database do you know that are looking to sell their property in the next 90 days? How many people on your database do you think know someone that is looking to buy a house right now in your market? And you got to ask yourself this question. These are people you know. You can literally just put yourself in front of them, and every single time they come across a real estate conversation, your name will pop up. That's the job. That's what you need to. This is really the job of a real estate agent. A real estate agent is not really our real job. We work with buyers and sellers to sell homes. That's really not what you should be focusing on. You got to be focused on creating fans and generating leads. Converting the lead, by the way, is all about follow-up, and it's pretty simple. Converting leads is pretty simple, especially when it comes in from a referral. I just got a referral. I mean, it's so easy. I can do almost whatever I want to do with this referral. I can refer them to someone else. I can take the business myself. I mean, they will trust me because they will refer to me. They will trust me. Like immediately there's trust, which is not something you can take for granted. So the more people on your list, that you can turn into your fans, the more referrals you're going to get. And you can then convert that. So I want to take that back into my conversation with Keishel. She said she's going to make 10 contacts a day, 6 days a week, which is not enough to get the amount of listings she wants to get. So she needs something else. Now the question is, when you do call people, who do you call? Do you just cold call, or you call for sale by owners and expired listings, or you call for rent by owner, or you just cold call around your listings and sales, or you just cold calling in a farm area where you bought a list of homeowners and you're just attacking these people? Like, who do you really call? And if you're not calling first your database, not just to contact them initially when you became a real estate agent, but I'm talking on a regular basis, contacting all your people. Obviously, it's awkward to call people every single month with the same conversation. It's actually ridiculous. So you got to be a little bit more creative. Okay, if you're on my database this morning and you were on my list for calls this morning, you would get a phone call from me this morning. And I would have to come up with some idea to get you interested. Or to get you to, I just need to put myself in front of you. Here's what I want you to understand. You're not looking for buyers and sellers necessarily when you call people. You're just looking to put it's enough that they hear your voice and they think about you. They don't need to give you anything. They don't need to make a move. They don't need to buy or sell, and they don't need to talk about you. They just need to hear your voice. When you send them a postcard, they don't really need to be buying or selling. They just need to see your face.
Right.
They see your face twice a month. They hear your voice once a month or once a quarter. Okay, you pop up, you do a visit, a home visit once a quarter or 2 times a year with a gift. That's already enough to get you a bunch of people that, unless their best friend or neighbor or spouse or parents are realtors, you're going to get a phone call. And sometimes even when their parents are realtors, you're going to get a phone call. Many times. Because you know why? Because their parents are not really, they're doing it part-time and they're looking for someone aggressive. Look, if I'm a seller, I'm not going to list my home with my best friend who's a realtor who I know is starving for money because they don't do much to sell homes. I want the busiest person on the block. So I'm going to call the busiest agent and I'm going to interview the busiest agent. I'm going to probably give him my listing. And the majority of people will think the same. Yes, I heard many times when I called the FISBO, oh, if we don't sell it ourselves by the end of the month, I'm going to give it to my realtor. Oh, yeah. So you know someone who is a real estate agent? Yes, my best friend is a realtor. Oh, that's great. What's her name? Her name is Sherry Smith. Okay, great. Which realtor, like which company she's with? And how many homes have she sold in the last, like you start, I can go in MLS and find out what she's doing. And I can call the lead back and say, before you list with your friend, would you mind getting another opinion? Just an opinion, there's no obligation. I just want to show you. And then I go into that. So you need to understand something. Calling, I can call you right now and say, hey, Rose, Ron Biederman, Circle 100. Do you have a minute? Your microphone is muted.
Are you talking to me?
Rose. I can talk to Keishel as well. Anybody. So I'm calling you. Hey, Rose, Ron Biederman, Circle 100. Do you have a minute for me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now I can say whatever I want because she already know who I am and she heard me. And that's really the job. Now I can say, hey, Rose, listen, this morning when I came to my office, I logged into the MLS, which is the multiple listing service. This is where we put all the homes. And I was looking at it and I saw an amazing property that is like, I think 3 or 4 blocks away from you. And I was wondering if you know anyone that wants to buy a beautiful house in the neighborhood right now for a very good price. And you will say, well, I don't know anyone. Do you mind if I send you an email with the listing? You can check it out. And then if you know someone, You can even post it on your page. Just give them my contact information. Put at Ron Biederman on your Facebook post. And then, that's all I need to do. Now, Rose is going to do it for me. I'm going to call Keishel next. Now I'm calling Keishel. Same conversation. Okay. I can pick up one of my company listings. Hey, Keishel, it's Ron Biederman, Circle100. You have a minute for me? Yes. Okay, great. Listen, I just don't want to bother you. Just 1 minute. I just wanted to let you know that my company just listed a property like a couple of blocks away from you. I know you live in the neighborhood, and I was wondering, who do you know that wants to buy like an amazing deal that can make them, I can get in some details also. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on each floor. You got 2 units. Seller is asking for 300. It just came on the market last night. It's going to probably be gone by the end of the week. So if you know anyone who should be looking at this house, give them my information. All right. Thanks. You're the best. Done. Now I'm going to call William. I'm going to do the same with him. I'm going to call Yamanda. I'm going to call Shirley. I'm going to call Glenda. I'm going to call everybody on. I'm calling everyone that I know about that listing. Now, this listing sold, say by, I don't know, closing, let's say in 45 days. Great. 45 days from now, I'm calling Rose again. And I say, hey, Rose, Ron Biederman, how are you? Do you have a minute for me? She already knows. I say, okay, listen, just want to let you know, remember that house we spoke about like last month? So it got off, like we got multiple offers. We sold it over 35,000 over asking, and it just closed yesterday. And I want to let you know that because just in case, you have someone that was thinking about it. But I have another important question for you. We have a bunch of buyers that are qualified right now, and they're looking for homes in the area. I think it's one of the best if I own the house in the neighborhood, I would put it on the market right now. So I was wondering, when do you plan on selling your home? Would you consider selling if I can get you like top-notch money right now? Oh, no,
Yes.
Ron, we're not really looking, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no problem. Like, listen, if you know anyone that want to take advantage of it, please do me a favor, send them over. Okay, I'm posting something on Facebook, okay, and I'm going to tag you if you don't mind. Once you're tagged, you can actually tag that and show to your friends. So what am I doing? When I make this phone call, and by the way, I can do that with Rose if I know her well, okay, and we're kind of in touch. We don't have to be in touch like crazy, but even if we talk once in a blue moon, we're still friends. And, we see each other on Facebook and whatnot. I can do that phone call with anyone on my Facebook account. And she doesn't feel that I sold her. Did you feel sold on something? I don't think so. You're not going to feel sold on anything because I'm not selling you anything. I'm conversing with you. I'm excited. I know what I'm talking about. I also bring you some information. I got you educated in those 2 phone calls because you know that the house was listed. Now you also know that there is multiple buyers paying 35 grand over. You know the selling price. You also know the size of the property and where it's located. That's the job that we need to do. This is why I want you guys to be on the phone all the time. Because if you just do what I just told you now and you have 300 people on your list, or you got 500, or you got 800, by the time you call all of them, that house is sold a long time ago. So you're not going to call them with that house, you call them with the other house. So every week the company is listing something, you're going to call them with the new listings. You don't even have to say it's our listing. You can also say a home just got listed 2 blocks from you. You can even say it was listed by Remax. Who cares? It was listed by Remax, but I'm going to be the one selling it. So the question is it going to be you or someone you know? Like, you need to make a decision how you want to run this thing. So just be creative. Every single time you call people, bring something valuable that is obviously real estate related, and continue calling these people constantly over. And then, by the way, when I hung up, the following day, they got my 15th of the month postcard. And then 2 weeks from now, they see my 1st of the month postcard. And every 15 days, they're going to get my postcard. So when you do that, you create fans. When you do that, you are bringing your database a message that when it's time to do anything in real estate, they got to call you. And you will be informed. Trust me, if you are the person who brings them all this information all the time, you will be the one getting the phone calls. And the power of conversion is insane. If you do what I just told you, you contact these people at least once a quarter by phone, 2 times a year at least with a pop-by when you go there and you give them something. And then every 2 weeks they get a postcard and they see you on social media all the time. You will convert between 5 and 10%. What does that mean? If you have 500 people, you will get 25 to 50 closings from that database. And the more time you're doing it, like say you did it for 3 years, you're getting 7%. When you go to 7th year, you can get 10, 12, 15%. I've seen some agents getting all the way up there. Like they have 1,000 people on their list, they're getting about 100+ deals a year coming in just from that database referral business. The majority of people that I know that are making over 100 deals a year, the majority of them, 50% or more of their business is referrals from the database without calling feasibles, without doing anything else. So if you just started in the business and you have only 100 people on your list, you are really in trouble. Like everything works against you. I need you to know that if you have 100 people on your list and you're brand new in the business, you got everything work against you because you don't have enough money to invest to buy leads. You don't have enough money for postcards. You don't like, you're really in trouble and you really need to snap out of that. And the only way to do that is going cold. And the way to go cold is, I only know 2 ways of going cold. And if you're going to be aggressive with this thing, you will, 12 months from now, you already closed 25 deals. And the only way to do that is by, like, you don't have anything else to do anyways if you're a brand new licensee. If you guys are not closing like 4 deals a month right now, you're not busy. You're not busy enough to tell me that you're busy. You have plenty of time, like plenty of time. What are you doing with this time other than prospecting? You shouldn't be doing anything else. It's just the lead generation. And if you don't like calling people or door knocking, find other ways of getting creative to generate, like spend all your day on generating leads. Okay, there's another thing you can do, which I did, and a lot of agents do. Find some people, professionals, hairdressers, okay, nail salons. I'm talking about the owner and the workers that are working there. You want all these people talking about you. Oh, you're selling your house? Come here. A friend of mine, here's a business hour, here's, like, you need everyone to work for you. Restaurant owners, you name it. Taxi drivers, Uber, they're seeing a lot of people. An Uber driver on average sees, I don't know how many people per month. So you need them to be your fans. And the only way to do that is you buy them lunch. You pick up instead of like, okay, you don't want to cold call, I understand. So when someone tells me I don't want to call, I understand, because many people don't like cold calling. It's like a nightmare. No problem. Do warm calling. Go back, like you have on your list. Okay, who on your list is a hairdresser? Who on your list is an attorney? Who on your list is a plumber? Who on your list is a contractor? Who on your list is a roofer? Who on your list is a electrician? I want you to go meet with them and buy each of them lunch or buy them coffee. Okay, breakfast. What is that? $5? Okay, every day, $5 is $25 a week that you're investing in your business, meeting these people. Trust me, by the second month of doing that, you already got 2, 3, 4 referrals, buyers, all these investors looking to buy. So if you want to get busy, you need to start thinking about who can I turn into a fan of mine that gives me referrals. If you have 10 people that each of them is giving you 2, that's 20 deals a year. If you have 10 people that each of them is giving you on average 5, you got 50 deals a year. If you got 50 people giving you each one, you name it. You just need to go out there and let these people know what's in existence and keep nagging them like every time they see you, they need to see real estate. And then try to help them with whatever business they have. Send them referrals, help them grow their business, send them business. Like it's what we call networking, but you cannot do this like in events. So I went to this networking event 3 months ago. Who cares? You should be networking daily. Like every day, have a meeting with someone and network. Talk about their business. How can I help you grow your business? And actually go and refer them to people. Refer their business, a printer, whatever in your local business. There's so many different businesses you can go and talk to. This is just another idea that I'm giving you. It's endless because our business is built on building relationships and people who trust you and people who think about you when they think about real estate. You just want to do as all day long, you need to be dwelling in activities that are generating you leads and fans. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. And everything you do on social media should be in the same lines. Like everything you're doing should be designed to do what I just spoke about. The more people know that you are a realtor, okay, the more people know that you're a good realtor, that you're professional, that you know the pricing, you know everything A to Z in real estate, anything has to do with real estate, the more that happens, the more money you're making. I don't even need to ask you like what's going on because I'm going to see you guys getting listings. I'm going to see you guys getting buyer deals, investment deals, etc. It is endless. And the ones who earn are the ones who hustle. You gotta be hustling like all day long. Ask me what this job is all about.
What is this job all about?
Right? If you
Running.
could be on the phone from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5, 6 p.m. every day, just be on the phone. Don't go out, don't do nothing. Just call people. From 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 p.m. And you do that for 30 days. If you didn't get at least one listing and at least one buyer deal during this month, I'll pay you the commission.
Okay.
But you got to be on the phone from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. every day, on the phone all day long, just on the phone. Calling people, talking about real estate. Hey, I just saw this listing over here. And then whatever, you guys make up the conversation. You don't have to follow specific scripts and be like that. Like go out there, find some interesting deals and homes and whatever, and call everyone. Find just solds. Hey, a home just sold like 2 blocks from you. We got a bunch of buyers right now looking. It's all at a bidding war, 20. How do you know if a home sold on a bidding war? That you're not making up a story. But how do you know that the house was sold on a bidding war just from looking at MLS?
Purchase price, what it was listed for. Purchase price, what it was listed for versus what it's sold for.
So do you see one of those at least once a week? Should you call everyone you know and talk about that? Because maybe some of them are contemplating selling next year. Dude, I wouldn't wait a day right now. Like I would put my home on the market yesterday. Get the house sold overpriced. It's not going to continue like this forever, guys and girls. No. Don't be naive. So utilize this insane time right now. It's like insane right now. I'm looking at Facebook and I'm saying, dude, if I'm not going to get more of my agents like posting every day, I just closed something, I just sold something, congratulations. Like every day, every week, you should have at least 2, 3 congratulations for deals that you're doing. And the only way to do that is hey, real estate is on the phone. It's not online. It's on the phone. Everything you do online, you're getting like 5, 6, 15, 17, 27, 38 likes. That didn't do 1 iota of damage. Okay, you're not going to get anything, like rarely you're going to get something out of 35 likes. But if you make 35 contacts on the phone, that's going to make a dent, a big one. So we have, how many more calls do we have this month? I think that we have 1 more call. So next week, next Tuesday is the 26th. It's going to be the last call for the month. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of homework, like a lot of homework, and I need everyone to email me the answers by the end of the day today. We're not waiting to do tomorrow what we can do today. So do today what you can do tomorrow, And how you do something is how you do everything. And keep saying it in your mind. How I do something is how I do everything. I got to get up. How I do something is how I do everything. I got to get on the phone. Don't complain you're not making any money. It's just you. Wilfredo?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody has the time to do the homework. It's not going to be taking you more than half an hour to 45 minutes. And I'm going to shoot it out via email, so it's more organized. All right. Good stuff. Questions?